This is low-key a little bit of a PR move.
And the internet is freaking out. What's up, everyone? Welcome to OT, your weekly dose of the hottest spilled tea in sports, pop culture, and celebrity news. I'm Overtime Jess.
And I'm Overtime Megan.
Megan, I finally saw you in person for the first time in, like 2 years?
Literally since the beginning of COVID.
Finally, we were able to go to Atlanta for opening weekend for OTE. You were doing a lot out there, weren't you?
We were like going around the arena. We were filming TikToks. We were showing off the arena. We were talking to the players. Like, we were all over the place trying to get as much content as possible in the 2 days that I was there. It was crazy. What were you like? You were all over the place too. We were all like just scrambling around.
Yeah, my favorite thing, I mean, outside of being at the actual arena and getting to see everyone in person, I was able to go shoe shopping. I scored some foam runners. I scored some Sakai's. I broke a fingernail. This thing is so ugly. There's literally no other time where I feel uglier, where my self-esteem is lower than when I break a nail. Like, just look at this. It's so bad.
Oh my gosh. But you know what? I have a question though. Where did you go shoe shopping that you found all these?
Okay, it's this place called Ama Menier. I don't know how to correctly pronounce it. I believe it's French. It's what I would assume. But they had everything for retail prices. It was honestly the highlight of my weekend. Outside of the arena, like I said.
I wish I got the invite, but you know what? It's fine. We'll save it for next time.
I'm sorry, next time for sure. Let's get into this week's topics. This week, actually, I know we say this every week. There's a lot going on, but this week there actually was so much going down. So Kylie Jenner had a party this past weekend, okay? Everyone was posting about how when they were pulling up to her house, they had to show their follower count so that they could get into the party. People, this is LA. This is insane. This is kind of what people expect now when they come to LA. It's so embarrassing for the culture.
This is literally, I put LA into 3 groups. Influencer LA, which is all the transplants, as Jess puts it. LA natives that are from there and are nothing like that. Emily Marico, amazing person. And then there's A-list LA, which influencer LA usually does not mix with A-list LA. There is a huge difference in the TikTok squad versus the A-list squad. So let me just say, the TikTok squad, the influencer squad, whatever you want to call them, this is their livelihood. They literally are looking for the most clout, the most PR, the most paparazzi, the most exposure. Like, I don't doubt the fact that this actually happened.
Right? But here's the thing. Charlie posted a TikTok where she's addressing everything, and she was saying that's not what happened. How it went down was basically the party was so full, so the security was like, okay, pull up your Instagram. If Charlie is following you, then I'll let you in. Which to me, that's kind of valid. Like, one part, you have a party in Hollywood Hills or wherever she lives, you kind of expect a ton of people that you don't know to show up. But it reaches a point where you're like, all right, there's a maximum capacity. We're still in a panini. Y'all need to get out if I do not know you. And I don't find this that strange. If I have a party at my house, I only want people that I know to be there. People take so much offense to it just because she's an influencer and they're like, oh my gosh, this girl's so privileged, whatever. But you would do the same thing.
I agree with that 100%. I just feel in general, I feel like even before it started getting too packed, I feel like the general consensus was like, if you're a nobody, you can't come in. If you don't have like over 100K, don't come in. So like, I just honestly feel like there was no one in there that had 2,000 followers. Let's be real. So like, I feel like that's just a general statement, but like on Charlie's behalf, I would do the same thing. You know, I'd be like, you know what?
Right.
Have security check, make sure I know them. You can come through. But I mean, people were literally, I get it, people were starting to claw their way into her house a little bit.
Isn't that insane? Literal blood dripping down her ball?
I mean, all the sexy devils just really wanted to go in and get their videos of Bryce Hall. So I mean, I don't blame them. I don't blame them.
So funny. I guess that's what happens. She dressed up as the Spring Breakers for Halloween. So like, what did you expect? People took that literally.
No, people literally were like Project X vibes. Let's go.
Exactly. And then the original girl who posted this TikTok said, she turned to James Charles and was like, it's not worth it, don't waste your time, something like that. And he gave her a look and was like, thanks. He commented and deleted his comment saying, that's not how it went down. I said, thank you. Like, what else did you want? Kind of true. These people think that they know these influencers personally just because they watch their YouTube videos, but James Charles doesn't know you. If someone tells me something, I'm like, oh, thank you so much, you know, whatever, but leave it at that. I also, if James Charles is being asked for his follower count, he's gonna be like, okay, like, what's the issue? I have way more followers than Charlie Jordan does, you know?
I feel like James Charles, though, low-key expects people to know who he is, because he is a very familiar face. We've seen him everywhere. I would understand where he's coming from, but at the same time, he deleted his comment, looks a little guilty. I don't doubt that he gave this nobody girl some attitude for being like, do you know who I am? It's that whole thing. It's like, you don't know who I am? Like, that's where that attitude definitely came from, because I went looking for his comment and could not find it. So I was like, I really don't doubt. I feel like if I said something to James Charles, he would act the same way towards me.
Right, he definitely intimidates me. Let me ask you this. I saw this TikTok video. Her name, I'm trying to remember. It's like Bunny something.
Bunny Barbie?
What is it?
The Bunny Barbie.
The Bunny Barbie, yes, thank you. Okay, so she posted this TikTok where she mentioned she was having an influencer only party at her house out in LA, and a lot of people were commenting, taking offense to that. But then she posted an explanation video, and she was saying something like, that's her industry that she works in. She's an influencer, so she wants other people who have the same type of job as her to come to her party. And if you think about it, there's people who have like doctor parties, and you go and you mingle with other doctors. And if you're an influencer, why are you gonna go to this doctor party? Like, it's not gonna benefit you. It doesn't make sense. So does that kind of make sense to you? How people are starting to have influencer only parties and they're asking for your following or your blue check mark, whatever?
It does in a business sense, not in a social sense. So business-wise, if you are throwing an influencer party to maybe announce the release of your show, I know she has a reality show coming out, which you have to pay per episode for, I believe, if I'm not wrong. People are calling her out for that too. But you know, it's a business. So if she's trying to kind of push something out and sell her product, sell her service, fine, bring the people that are gonna advertise for you. Social scene-wise, which is usually the whole premise of like these parties, you don't walk around with your follower count above your head. You don't know who somebody knows. Someone could have 1,000 followers and have way more connections than somebody with 200K. It's not real life. You don't walk around with your blue check mark around your head. What is this, a Black Mirror episode? No. A lot of these people need to be humbled. I don't agree. I'm an influencer myself. I just don't agree with the influencer scene being like, oh no, like you need to have some clout. Clout's not real. Give me a break. Come on. Business purposes, yes. Social, get out of here. Who are you? Sorry, I get so aggressive with this.
Megan's getting so heated over here just talking about this. It's also different. I mean, you live in New York, and have you ever been asked directly, oh, show me your followers, show me your follower count, whatever?
I actually have never been asked for my follower count. I've been asked for my Instagram. I've had people be like, yo, what's your IG? But no one's ever been like, you verified. No one's ever been like, how many followers you got. I've had people be shocked when I pull it up because they're like, oh, this is cool. What do you do? But New York City is such a different vibe from LA in that sense where like, you don't need followers to get into the party. You just gotta be friends with somebody, really.
For sure. Well, we have way more influencers that have moved to LA, whereas New York has a lot of more business type of people who move there, you know? So it is definitely different. LA, we gotta work on this culture. I'm tired of being grouped into this mess.
Yeah, Jess is mad that she's grouped into the transplant. She's not one of y'all.
Born and raised in SoCal, come on people. Pete Davidson and Kim Kardashian have been hanging out and the entire internet is going crazy right now. They were spotted holding hands when they were on a ride at Knott's Berry Farm, and people are like, whoa, are they dating? Guys, relax. They went on a scary ride together and Kim was like, give me your hand. But she did apparently ask for his number after SNL. They've been hanging out. Megan, what do you think?
Honestly, I think this is all, sure, they might be friends, but this is low-key a little bit of a PR move. Smart move, Kim, we see you. Because honestly, if you think about it, Kourtney's been all over TikTok, the headlines. She's super popular with Gen Z right now. Kim has nothing with Gen Z. She saw Pete Davidson and she took the opportunity because she knew all of us love Pete Davidson. So you know what? Honestly, smart move, girl. But honestly, come on, how can you not simp for him a little bit? I think Kim low-key is a little bit like, you know what? Like, he really do be cute though. So like, I think she's kind of simping for him a little bit.
That's the thing is like, if you're gonna go for someone who is just idolized by Gen Z, well, Pete Davidson, that makes sense. My man's gotten, he got with what, Phoebe from Bridgerton.
Yeah.
He got with Ariana Grande. Now he's getting with Kim Kardashian. The man has a good lineup right there. Gen Z is obsessed. It's literally him and Jack Harlow. Those are the two guys who all of Gen Z is obsessed with. So those are her options. I think Jack Harlow just feels a little younger. Even he is, I don't know how old he is, but Pete Davidson, like that one just makes sense for her. She's like, you know what? Done the athlete thing, done the rapper thing. Let's try a comedian now.
Honestly, I think this is Pete's revenge for paying for that dinner that Kanye made him pay for once, where he literally ordered everything off the menu and on the menu. I mean, come on, this is like the perfect revenge, being like, you know what, I'm gonna take your ex-wife out for a little bit.
You think Kanye's just watching all of TMZ and all these updates being like, come on, Kim, really, of all people, Pete Davidson, like this man just goes off on me on SNL and now here you are hanging out with this guy all around New York. That's just offensive to Kanye.
Kanye definitely sends the articles to Kim and then she definitely responds and he definitely just like thumbs down her text. Like I just know he does.
That's it. He's just like SMH and that's his only response. Nessa and Jaden have been on one lately. They're trying to prove something. I don't know what it is, but Nessa recently came out and was like, everyone needs to relax. Stop coming at me saying that Jaden is cheating on me just because of their whole scandal last time around. They are trying to prove too much right now. Nessa posted on her Instagram story a picture of Jaden's hand and there is an N tattoo on his hand now. They've been dating for 6 months. What is going on?
And also, not to mention, Nessa has posted Instagram stories of her wearing a ring on her like wedding ring finger, deleted it, and then reposted it like without the ring, like deleted, repost, without. Is she trying to hide something? Is it a promise ring? It obviously is not an engagement ring. I mean, come on, they're 18, 19 years old. Like, give me a break. They're not engaged. But at the same time, this is definitely kind of like a promise thing, but it's like they're trying to prove a little too much to the world. And I know why. Jaden was on tour doing his thing. Nessa was back home holding down the fort. I mean, people are obviously gonna make rumors just to make Nessa insecure because of what she's been through, which I think is so unfair, first of all.
Yeah, and they've also been hanging out with this older crew with Kravis and with MGK and Megan Fox, and Kravis is engaged. It's just a matter of time before Megan Fox and MGK get engaged. So now they're kind of in the same boat of being like, I don't know, kind of acting like they're older than they are and wanting to be in the same position as them. I think that's what's kind of been going on with them lately.
They have like these older role models to look up to versus all these other little other influencer couples that are just kind of hot messes out there in the headlines, cheating on each other. I think they kind of see these more stable relationships, especially Kravis, and they're just taking ideas from them and kind of learning from them, which is nice. It's nice that they have these role models around them. But you know what, y'all? Stop coming for my girl Nessa. It's enough. She's gonna write a song about y'all.
Do you think 6 months is too soon to get a tattoo of your significant other's initial on your hand?
Don't ask me.
And next story. Kylie recently posted this photo to her Instagram story showing matching rings with her and Stormi that Travis Scott got both of them, and the internet is freaking out, but not even for these exact rings, even though they are over $250,000. But apparently Kylie has some sort of ring on her ring finger. We don't know if it's an engagement ring, but people are freaking out. You know how the internet is. Have you seen this post?
I have seen the secret ring. You have to look really hard to see it because she kind of covers it, but low-key peeks it out a bit. So you got me that that finger is not empty. But you know what? I would not doubt that Kylie and Travis would do a secret engagement. They did a secret pregnancy. Are you kidding me? I do not doubt they would do this in secret too. They've been keeping really low profile lately.
Exactly. I think the TikTok detectives are so smart. I would believe literally anything they come up with. Any theory, any conspiracy, whatever. I'm on TikTok detective side because they know what they're talking about. They found out that Kylie was pregnant because of her fingernail polish. Are you kidding me?
Oh, yeah.
I can't keep up with them anymore. And it's also a battle of the Jenners because Travis was getting so much attention. So now Kim is trying to get all this attention with Pete. They're doing all of their PR stuff. And Kylie, everyone's like, oh, she's trying to take all this attention from Kourtney. But if anything, Kylie's not trying to take the attention from Kourtney because she's hiding that engagement ring. She's just showing off the fat 2-diamond ring on her pointer finger. That thing is just insane.
Huge. When you're in that family though, it's a constant competition. You can be like, oh, family first, all you want. Come on, Kris Jenner has her favorites listed in her Instagram bio of all their brands in order of who she likes first. And you know who the first four are? Kylie, Kylie Swim, Kylie Baby, Skin, Cosmetics. Let me tell you, Kylie girl, you're still on top and she doesn't even gotta try. So let me just tell you.
That's right, that's right. Also, Kylie is a Leo, so she's gotta be in the spotlight at all times. All right, that's all for this week's OT episode. I'm Overtime Jess.
And I'm Overtime Megan, and we out. For more OT every week, make sure you guys hit subscribe.